I was like, wait, I wasn't ready for this. Like, I felt like I was forced to address my childhood traumas. Welcome back to my channel. And I don't know my handle. Why are you new to this? You're not new to this, you're true to this. What's up? I'm Indigo. And today is a story time. So if you are following me on Instagram, you knew that a few stories ago I asked my followers if they're interested in hearing a story time about the Ariel story. There's been this viral, what do you call those things? Like, there's story grids that, like, oh, apparently everybody either looks like a vampire, a witch, a fairy, or a mermaid. And I posted that on my story, and I had my followers vote. And so mermaid won, which I was very surprised about. Honestly, I thought y'all was gonna choose witch, but it's giving all of the above. Like, honestly, I'm very diverse. Not so much the vampire, but like the point of me saying all of the above is the fact that I can give all of them if needed be. Okay, so I was like, you know what? It had me reminisce about the time that I had bought red hair, like Ariel red hair, and I was about to go on vacation. And so I was on the beach, like, you know what? This is giving real life Ariel, like, and it's deep, yo, because who knew that when I put that hair in, I was going to really channel my inner Ariel. And I felt like a real life mermaid. So, this ring is getting stuck in his hair. Anyways, so I was just noticing that, how powerful, even this wig, this is not my hair, but even this wig, like, it's like stepping into another character for a minute. Like, I like the versatility that being a woman entails if you allow yourself to freely express yourself in that way. So the story time behind the beach, there was like a ship that was to my right, and it reminds me of the ship in the movie The Mermaid. And so as I was looking at the ship about to set sail, it was taken off. They've turned out like so perfect. Like, the ship was like perfectly in the background. So I was like, this is giving, like, yes. I just felt so supported. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know when you see those angel numbers and you're like, yes, spirit, like, talk to me. Like, that was giving, like, yes, get these pictures, girl. Like, it felt like a photo shoot, and I felt very much in my Ariel energy, like, but I had not ever identified that resonance with the Ariel character, even growing up as a child. Like, I saw the movie, but it wasn't hitting like it was recently when I saw the mermaid the movie with, oh my gosh, I'm forgetting her name, how embarrassing. You know the sister's name? Damn, this is embarrassing. Yeah. So if y'all know, there was recently, last year, the mermaid movie recreated with a melanated character, right? Follow me here. I happen to be with my friend's daughter. We went to go take her daughter to see the movie, and okay, cool, we can go see the movie. I wasn't pressed to see the movie, but I quickly realized that I was supposed to see this movie. The way I got so emotional, I was like, wait, I wasn't ready for this. Like, I felt like I was forced to address my childhood traumas. In this movie, if you don't know, the character Ariel, she is a born mermaid that has a vision of being human, being a land being like us. We have feet. And so when she falls in love with this human, she's very much like rebuked by her family. Rebuked, not rebuked, but her family doesn't support that. Like, her family feels like she's just a disgrace and she's just not on the same wave as everybody else. She's different, unique. So that was like the first thing that resonated with me with Ariel. Is like, we're very free-spirited, we're very like, I know what I want and I'm going to get it, it's going to happen. And so, you know, her rebellious nature reminded me very much of my free-spiritedness, just very much confident in what I want and the path that I see for myself. And so she had obstacles. She not only had obstacles with her family, but she had obstacles with her family overall, like especially her aunt. Her aunt was the main one plotting on her, trying to stop her and steal her power, and her power was in her voice. And so where I resonated with that was, I myself had family members against me with my path and what I want to do. They weren't supportive in my creative endeavors and entrepreneurships and anything like that that I ever expressed interest in. And so I felt like it was just spotlighting on a particular family member that, you know, had manipulated me to give up my power. And it gets really deep because for a while I felt like my voice had been taken from me. Like, if you know me, you know I'm a vocalist, you know I can sing. I've been singing most of my life. I discovered I had a singing voice at the age of 7. And so for so long, because I didn't have that support, I felt like, oh, well, it's just something that I'll just do for fun when I feel like it, as a hobby. I didn't take it seriously for a very long time until I think the past 3 years now is when I began like really taking it seriously, because I recognize I awakened to my power, that if I've been given this gift, it's not just to ignore and to take lightly, like it's no big deal. Like, if that were the case, everybody could sing, right? So I've realized how it's bigger than me and that I must share my gifts. So I felt like recently, over the past few years, is when I felt like, okay, I have my voice back. And it was just really deep. Like, that's the word. Overall, I didn't realize how I was being put in that position to be shown something that I wasn't even ready to see. But I was ready, but like not aware of, I'll say. And so I walked out of that movie theater to go to the restroom. I was crying. You hear me? I was so emotional. And honestly, I don't know if it was because I was also pregnant with my son at the time, but either way, I was like, okay, this is too much. Because if you know me, you know I'm not like super like that. So that was different for me. But nonetheless, this was another thing that was very interesting. This movie theater happened to be in a mall. When we go out after the movie's finished, you know, I get my shit together and we go around to go shopping, and we're in Zara, right? Like, my friend and her daughter and we're in Zara. Why do I see that necklace, that shell necklace? Like, if you see the movie, you know that that shell necklace is the same necklace that Ariel had on. Like, that held her power in a sense. And it wasn't necessarily like her power, but that's what her aunt utilized to steal her power. So seeing that immediately after the movie was like, hey, yo, like, this shit deep. Like, what? So I was like, yo, look, that's the necklace from the movie. And we were both like kind of creeped out by it. She was like, that's weird. It really was, but for me, it was confirmation that the message that, like, just everything that I was feeling, like everything that I was feeling while watching that movie was confirmation that that is real, that was real for me. Like, that might not have been for her, but I knew that it was more like a sign from spirit to me. And this is the thing, like, everything isn't for everybody. Like, when you see signs that are for you, they are for you. They may not be for everybody else or for the person that you're with, because they might not resonate with it like that. But I knew that that was my confirmation from the divine, that that was indeed something that I had gone through as well, but in a different way. And so the Ariel thing came full circle when, like I said, my followers had voted me as looking like mostly a mermaid, because I was like, wow. When I was 3, I had a near-death experience in the water. Like, my first experience, my first triggering experience with water was when I felt like I was almost taken out of here, okay? Like, it was one family vacation, and I was in the pool, but on the steps with my cousin. We were both like no more than 3. Because I remember that's why they told us, don't go past the steps, just play on the steps. My foot had slipped, child. I slipped into the deep end, and I was like in the middle of the pool. And I specifically remember at 3 how terrifying it was for me to feel like I could barely like raise my hand in the pool for them to see me, because I was like yay high. So I felt like I was fighting for my life in that moment, trying to raise my hand so they could see me, like, like, I was mortified after that. I didn't want to have nothing to do with the water after that. And for a while, I was very much traumatized. I think for a long time, even into adulthood, my mother had put me into swimming lessons and everything, child, and I still hadn't learned how to swim. Just, staying on the side of the pool, kicking my feet, not really wanting to get in the deep end, because that, for me, is, I think, really put a footprint on my experience with water. Like, I didn't want to be nowhere near water for real after that for a long time. There had been several instances where, like, I had been encouraged to learn how to swim again, but it just didn't ever feel like I allowed myself to surrender to just like be, comfortable in the water. It felt like there was just this tension there, this stiffness, because of that fear that I had learned at 3. And that's such a young age. So of course, for a while, it took me some time, but I feel like that was significant for me coming full circle, that to this day, even through that fear, I had always felt this yearn to be in the ocean, to be by the ocean. And so it's so interesting how, in hindsight, whole time, like, I had developed a fear of the water when really, like, it was all I craved, like being in the water. It's like, I think that it was my destiny in this lifetime to learn how to overcome that fear, to really be comfortable in mama water, because it's an element, like earth, wind, fire, air, like those elements are a part of nature. And if you believe that we are all one, it's important to heal those relationships with any of those elements. And so it came full circle when I had put that poll up of like what they feel, which one they feel like I embody more. I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't expecting them to choose the mermaid, but I was like, there's something there. When I thought about all that, I was like, nah, I need to make this a video. Like, I asked y'all if y'all want story time, here's the story time. And so if you resonate with this video, if you feel like there's been something that happened to you traumatically in childhood that you've been called to overcome or to address, share this video with anybody that you know would also resonate or enjoy this. This, like I said, I'm feeling this look. It's not giving aerial, but it's still giving I don't know. I like it. So let me know. Let me know if you're feeling this look too. I just pop out with the wig. Sometimes I have my natural hair out. All right, y'all. So that's my little mini story time. If you enjoyed this video, give this video a like, share, comment, subscribe. If you're resonating with my energy, I would love to connect and hope to see you soon. Peace.